Hello, hello, and happy Wednesday. All right. So I've been meaning to get on here and do this live stream. We've been talking a lot. I've been talking a lot with a bunch of different people today about everyone's got issues with money, finances, manifesting things, how they're feeling, relationships. We all have something that we're wanting straightened out and cleared up and whatever. Each one of you is trying to create a breakthrough, whether you're in business for yourself, whether you're needing money, whether you're wanting a relationship, maybe it's a health issue. Doesn't even matter what it is. These spiritual truths, these three spiritual truths that I'm about to share with you, I hope you'll listen and be coachable and let the spirit of it sink in. Don't reject it, right? Yeah, but I'm going to give you guys a minute to get here. Say hello. I want to make sure I can see comments. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Janine. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Lisa. It's so good to see you guys. Who else is here? Let's see. Bernie. Hi. Andrea. Hi. 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 Okay, cool. Good to see you guys here. And whoever else has not said hi, please say hi. And if you happen to be watching the replay, just type replay so I know you were here. Feel free to comment, to add any questions. Just don't give me any angry faces. Although if you do, you do. That's on you. Hi, Chandra. Hi, Amy. All right. So I want to see from you guys first, how many of you are struggling or grappling with something that you're trying to create in your life, whether it's money, you want a new job, you're trying to grow your business, you're trying to have a relationship, right? Whatever your thing, your main thing right now is. I want you to type in the comments. I want to see all the different areas you guys are struggling with. Maybe you're just really having a hard time getting over a heartbreak. Maybe you're, I don't know, you're looking for a new home. Everybody has something. Y'all have something, right, that you're working on. And I want to see what it is for you. So put whatever yours is in the comments. Maybe you're just looking to grow spiritually. I don't know. For everybody, it's something different. I've done so many readings over the last couple of days, just with healings and X's and oh my God. And then now it's circling back around with money. And for the last couple of weeks, a lot of people have been contacting me because they really do have a big need for money, or they have a need for a blessing of some sort. So I want to see what yours is. What's your thing that you're struggling with? Hi, Mark. No one wants to put it in the comments. Y'all scared? You don't have to. I'm not going to make you. All right. So whatever it is, I want you to think about this for a moment, whatever that thing you're struggling with is. And we're going to go through just quickly what the top 3 things are that you need to know. Be healthier physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financial. Thanks for sharing that, Bernie. Trying to fix my RV so I can get back on the road and work again. I do readings and am blocked. Okay. Hi, Lisa. Spiritual growth, getting in touch with my ancestral lineage. Very cool. Time management. Okay. So those are the things you're asking for. All right. Cool. So we're going to go over the top three things you all need to understand. I don't care what your issue is. I just was curious because I want to see if Spirit will deliver anything else here while we're on live. All of those things resonate with you. Financial. A lot of people, hi Tina, a lot of people are having financial things. And here's the deal. I mean, in reality, and this is why, for those of you in Charm Life, you're going to be super happy about this. For those of you that are not in Charm Life, come into Charm Life, because then you get the whole enchilada. But if not, this may be something you're interested in, because after we get done with some of the lessons that I'm going to go forward with Charm Life, and that is highly focused on money, because so many of the students in there are having like a major issue with money. I'm going to break the coaching sessions off and offer that what we do in there for the next few weeks, separately from Charm Life, for those of you who are not willing to make the commitment into Charm Life, and still want to get those lessons in how to deal with your finances and bring more abundance and get the flow going with money. So, but this is true for anything, everything. All right. So pay attention. Okay. Number one, you yourself as a human being cannot fix any of your problems alone. Okay, I'm going to say that again. You probably don't want to hear this. Maybe you understand why I'm saying it. Some of you may not want to hear this, but truly, you alone cannot fix and come up with a solution to whatever it is that you're grappling with that you haven't been able to solve. You can't do it on your own. You can't do it by your own power, by your own might, by your own genius, by your own whatever. If you believe, and if you're watching me, I am assuming that you believe that there is a power, source, energy, God, goddess, Christ, Buddha, you call it what you want, you call it the universe, that there is a power that animates you, right? That is your soul, that is your spirit, that created you, right? And is expressing itself through you. There is a power. All of you, I assume, believe that. Well, if you believe that, then you also should believe that that thing that makes you breathe, God, source energy, that is the same energy that also creates worlds, that creates and brings into being the very answers that you need, the very energy and support that you need, right? To accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. You can battle and battle. You can force a solution all on your own, but when you force it and it's not brought about by the divine, that solution's temporary. It may work one time just because you really put a ton of energy into it. But when you remove spirit, when you remove God from the equation, when you remove her or him, don't get offended, from the equation, and you do it powered under your own brilliance, your own force, your own ego, okay? While you may come up with a temporary solution, trust me when I say it's temporary. You really cannot come up with a permanent solution that's in your highest good, and this is the qualifier, that's in your highest good and that is truly meant for you, if you exclude and don't rely on divine power and infinite supply and an infinite abundance. Everything that we have, the very breath in our body, that thing that makes our heart beat and our organs function, that makes us aware of ourselves, that gives us consciousness, that allows for healing, that provides for the sun rising every morning and the moon coming out every night, that the plants, the rain, everything we need, that sustenance comes from the divine. And if you try to come up with solutions and motivation and whatever your ego tells you you can do on your own, in your own power, you are cutting yourself off from and separating yourself off from your divine life force and the providence that is your source. Okay? Because here's the deal, all right? And here's the second one. Nobody can steal, nobody can keep from, nobody can take the good that is set out and set apart for you. And each one of us has our own supply, right? It comes from one source, but we each have our own little storehouse and supply that is already called out for us. So you can sit in comparison for the Joneses that live next door, or the psychic that's, online, or the real estate agent that, is the number one seller in your area, and think, oh my God, they're taking the lion's share. They can't take what's yours. They can't take your share. Nobody can. Do you guys follow me? Give me a yes or put a thumbs up so I know that you guys are following what I'm saying to you. Or if I've completely offended you and you're now like, "Mo, Bernadette, what do you mean by all that?" You guys following me, and do you understand what I'm saying to you? So number one, you can't fix and you can't solve for your highest good the very thing that you're trying to create in your life or get resolution for if you leave God out of the equation. right? Don't leave her out. She knows what she's doing. She knows what you need, or he, or them, or they. Okay? God knows. Number 2, no one can take what has already divinely been set apart for you. Nobody. Why do I tell you this? All right? Because we spend so much time in comparison. We spend so much time trying to copy what other people do and how they do it. And the reality is, you will never be able to fully comprehend or copy what other people are doing to have what they have, because you don't know really what goes on in their minds. You don't know what emotional vibration they are offering up. You don't know how many hours they spend on their knees just letting go of their own blocks. Okay? So number 3, you are the only thing that is separating you from the solution, the divine resolution, and connection to that storehouse that has been set apart for you. You are the only reason that you are blocked from receiving an infinite supply. You're the reason you're not in the flow. And I am not saying that to hurt your feelings or to take away your power. I'm saying it to give you your power back. So hear what I'm saying. You're the only reason. So let's see what those reasons are. Judgment, guilt, resentment, hatred, unforgiveness, right? Fear, doubt. You guys following? Those are the reasons. When you go to that place, those lower vibrational places where you no longer trust, where you have complete self-doubt, when you don't even feel worthy, when you're like basing everything on what has happened in the past, whether that past is an hour or a year, 6 months, doesn't even matter. When you go into that place, you cut off the flow, right? It's like taking a hose and just crimping it. I was out watering my lawn the other night. I was trying to turn the stupid sprinkler to the right spray pattern. I have one of those oscillating, changing whatever sprinklers, trying to change the pattern, but I didn't want to go back to where the water was, turn it off, come back. So I just crimped the hose. And as I was doing that, Spirit was laughing, like my guides were laughing and saying, this is exactly what people do. We're trying to get the flow going and they're crimping it off by fear, by anger, by comparison, by judgment, by doubt, by looking what Johnny over there is doing and thinking about what you've lost before, and by being resentful and seeing how other people are just going to swoop in and take what you have. If it came from God, nobody can take it from you. That is divine law. Nobody can remove from you what is divinely set apart for you already. But if you're trying to force it, absolutely. You're the one that is getting in the way. You're the one that's crimping the flow. You're the one that's not in alignment with what the universe is trying to answer. You're trying to control it. Control is the biggest thing that I see, and I'm not going to say that I haven't done this, right? That song, Jesus Take the Wheel, so many times they play that song in my head when I'm sitting there beating my head up against a wall going, what is it about this problem that I'm having right now that I can't seem to get the answer? And then that song plays in the back of my mind. Jesus, take the wheel. And I'm like, oh, I get it. I'm holding on. I'm not releasing it to God. And then waiting with trust, with faith, with peace, with confidence that the answer is coming. I'm sitting there going, it's not fast enough. I need the answer right now, right? So then I go looking. What can I Google? Maybe Google will have the answer for me, right? Yeah, like we go on Google, or we're like, let me watch some YouTube videos. Let me find some, and find out how other people have maneuvered around these blockages, right? Or we go into this place where we're fully like, oh my God, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to analyze the living crap out of it. I'm going to figure it out. And then I get the glory. Sure you do. But you know what? It's not going to always work like that. I'm not saying that you guys can't figure out what's blocking you, but chances are, if you just look at what I just mentioned, do you have resentment? Do you have guilt? Are you standing in a place of fear? Are you placing the burden on you to figure it out, and you've cut yourself off from the flow of flipping magic? That magic is real. That magic is that thing that makes your eyesight work, that makes your hearing work, that makes your heartbeat, right? That's what we're doing. We cut it off when we go into that place of lower vibrational stuff. And when we think by my own power, the Bible says, and many spiritual texts say this, so don't get all wonky with me if you've got some weird thing with the Bible. I ain't got nothing with the Bible. I love the Bible. I think there's so many wonderful things that we can learn from those spiritual truths that are still true today and were true thousands of years ago. And I know there are discrepancies in the Bible, but that is not God's fault. That is man's fault. I've taken many messages and perverted them too. And I'm guilty. And I know all of you have too. But what does the Bible say? Not by my might, but by the Spirit. Right? By Spirit, by source. It's not by my doing. It's not by my power. It's not by my brain cells. It's not by my experience. How is it that 5-year-old children can come into the world and create masterpieces on a piano? 5 years old, right? Yet we have people who've studied piano for like 50 years and they can't compose like that. That is God. That is intuition. That is channeling. That is them just open to the flow coming through them. So what do you need to do? You guys guess what you need to do? Get the hell out of your own way. Get out of God's way. Stop doing these things. Stop trying to figure it out on your own, right? I'm going to teach you guys all kinds of tools in the next few weeks, those of you in Charm Life and beyond Charm Life. If you don't want to come into Charm Life, fine, but you're going to have to give it a couple of weeks for me to set it up so that I can pull those teachings out of Charm Life, our weekly coaching, and put them in its own course. And then I will offer it up to you guys. If you don't want to wait, get into Charm Life. And you can join us, because starting Thursday, we're going to go over this, specifically focused on finances, specifically focused on money, and how you can get into the flow with money. Because when we no longer are worried about money, which is funny and ridiculous all at the same time, when we're not worried about money, then suddenly that pressure is off. We give ourselves permission to just flow. So being that that's one of the biggest obstacles on this planet, aside from romantic relationships, Spirit has told me, like, we're gonna take this a notch up. Not that we've not done a lot of stuff surrounding money and charm, like we absolutely have throughout the years, but this time's going to be slightly different. And I'm going to give you guys a whole other set of tools. You guys already have a ton of tools. I'm going to give you a whole other toolbox to work with specifically for this. It will work with everything, but we're going to specifically focus here because it's very tied to you and your own value. And that's the other thing, your value. Hi, Christina. So work on just trying to get out of the way. Hand it over to God. However you pray, however you meditate, however you ask, whoever you rely on, him, her, they, I don't care, right? I like calling God him and her. I don't like trying to put it into a human form. I like seeing the infinite supply as being a pulsing energy, the way I saw it in my regression years and years ago. I like seeing it as the many faces, right? But get this too, and let me be very clear on this for all of you. I just telling Andrea this on Messenger, which is why I decided I'm going to just jump on, because I've told it to a couple of people today already. So there's several of you that are struggling with this. Your supply, your finances, your abundance, your health, your breath, your heartbeat, your relationships, this answer to all of your solutions, right? It's not coming from a person. It's not coming from that sale. It's not coming from your clients. It's not coming from your neighbors. It's not coming from your husband, your wife, your partner, your non-partner, your children. None of it is, it's not coming from your job. Like whatever your supply is, financial, health, or otherwise, is coming from one place, the source of all, the Tao, that which cannot be named. Because once you name it, it loses all meaning, right? That's where it's coming from. That's where your solutions are coming from. That's where your abundance, your prosperity, your joy, your peace, that's where it's coming from. The other lower stuff, your fear, your doubt, your confusion, your stuckness, your blocks, that's coming from your ego. That's coming from you. Everything else is coming from God. Get your ego out of the way, and then everything can flow. That's the uncrimping of the hose. But it's also having enough faith that and part of it is just giving up the fight of trying to figure everything out on your own and going, God, here, it's yours. You deal with it. And then wait. So many people can't. But that is the main, those are the things you really need to get under control, whether it's your business. And here's the deal too. And I'll be honest with you guys, because I've had a lot of talk with different people that are my clients that are, they run their own businesses, and in my business as a counselor and a psychic and a coach and a guide and running programs and classes and all of this, 19 years of this, almost 20 years of this, it goes up and down. There's ebbs and there's flows. The reason I've been able to continue forward in my business is because when there's an ebb and not a flow, it really forces me back into that place. Hi, Zora. Back into that place of meditation. I try not to go into that busy place of, oh, what can I produce? I try to just pull back from everything and get back into the flow, because when I'm in the flow, I have more than I can even handle half the time. It's like clockwork. Everything just flows really well. But when I start to take control of what I'm doing, how I'm teaching, what I'm offering, everything gets crimped off. Everything just shuts down. Right? So it seems counterintuitive that instead of forcing something forward, you just unplug from everything and you go back to the drawing board, and then you wait, or you go for a walk, or you go do the dishes, or you go listen to music, or you go clean out some closets and go make some space for the universe to fill. Let God fill that void. You do something else. And don't try to solve this problem. In doing something else and getting your ego disengaged from the problem, suddenly the answers begin to come, right? But it'll be messages. I just wrote on Burning Gold just a little while ago. I was eating a salad and just finished it. It was 1:11, and I look up and see this blur go across the sky, and I stand up and there's two bald eagles. It looked like a younger one and then a mother one flying right past my window in my office. I'm like, holy crap. And then I look down and I notice there's an inchworm on my coat. I had a sweatshirt on. I was like, did that come out of my salad? That was the first question. Second question is, wow, weird, cute. And then I wanted to save him. So I put him on a napkin and I ran downstairs and put him out into the yard. And I was like, those are definitely messages. First of all, it happened at 1:11. Second of all, there was two of the eagles and then this inchworm, which God only knows where it came from. I'm thinking probably out of maybe my produce from my salad. I don't know. He was really cool though, and he was not wanting to get off my jacket. So, I looked up the meaning of both things, and it answered a question that I had asked earlier this morning. And it's things like that, like I don't even have to go for a walk. That's where I feel so blessed. It's like spirit will just make it happen. Like, how did an inchworm get on my coat? But it is the message from the inchworm that things are happening step by step, 1 inch at a time. It's slowly moving forward. So don't judge it. A lot of times we get in our own way and we pinch off that flow because we're judging something as not being fast enough, not being big enough, not being right? Or we're fearful that someone's going to take it from us. And seriously, it cannot. So, number 1, let's go over it again and then I'm going to run. You can't force or solve anything on a permanent basis in your highest good without giving it to God. Can't. Number 2, no one can steal what has been set apart for you, what is divinely yours. Nobody can take from you. No one can interrupt it. So don't get angry when you think, oh my God, someone over there just took my client. No, it's impossible for that to happen. Impossible. And yet I see people do that crap all the time. Oh my God, it was me and this other girl. We're on Facebook and they stole my client. No, someone can't steal your client. If the client was meant to work with you, the client's going to work with you. So stop comparing, right? Nobody can take your relationship, your client, your health, your money. Nobody, right? They can't steal it from you, whether from your garage, from Facebook, from your business. Nobody can take what's divinely appointed to be yours, okay? And you're the only reason that you're not in alignment. You are. Get rid of your judgments, your guilt, your resentment, your unforgiveness, your hatred, your whatever, unhealed traumas, your fears, your doubts. Get rid of them. Get back into a place of trust and faith. Get back into a place of flow, and the answers will come. And then just go do something else and wait for the universe and God to answer. They will answer if you will release it. Okay? Journaling in the mornings on my back porch, seeing butterflies and different birds. It's amazing when that happens. See? So I hope that helps, but that's just to get you guys through. Mainly I'm doing this for the Charm Life people, but I figured I might as well just do it on my public page because many of you have been asking me different questions in private messages, from Burning Gold to those of you who are calling me for readings. I thought, let's just do this one fell swoop. Now, obviously, your in particular situation is going to have a different element, and there's something that we all need to learn and grow through. That's what we're here for, experience our growth. You know, where is my ego hanging me up? And if you don't know and you can't see it, set a private appointment with me and we will get messages directly for you from Spirit. Maybe you are just not understanding the signs that Spirit put out. That's my specialty, right? My Spirit was telling me this last night because I've been asking, like, help me talk about what I offer, what it is I do. The specialness, I guess, of what I can do with people is that I can deliver the message. And the way I do that is just get out of the way. Like, I just empty myself. So when you guys are like, oh my God, you're so gifted. Yeah, I'm just empty. Because I've realized I can't do it under my own power. If my ego gets in the way, the message gets screwed. So I just go to the side of the stage and I let Spirit take the stage. But I'm able to then let Spirit flow through to connect to you and birth and uncover the magic that is within your own soul that's trying to call you forward to stand in the power that is the real you. That's my blessing. That's what I love using my gifts for, right? Yes, I can channel the information of specific things, of who you need to speak to or where this is going to go or what you need to avoid. Spirit is able to give you all of those answers. But the real jewel in all of getting a reading or doing counseling is that you've got that connection from Spirit, like having that conversation directly with Spirit with a human. Because reading symbols can take a while and sometimes we're very impatient. So if that's something you want, book a session with me. For those of you who are wanting to do what I'm telling you, like jump into Charm Life with us, tomorrow night, we're going to start this whole process. And so far, they've given me do the rest of the month on creating abundance and financial flow and prosperity. And I'm going to teach you guys some new tools there. And then I'm going to cut that away and offer it as a program separately or record the recordings. But I don't know if it's only the next 4 weeks. I've only written down on my calendar what the topic Spirit wants me to cover over the next 4 weeks because I'm moving at the end of this month. And beyond that, I'm like, we'll talk about that next month because I can't even focus. The deadline of moving has got my full attention right now. So you need to consciously step aside. Not maybe, absolutely. You need to consciously step aside, keep your ego out of the way, and let source flow. That is always the answer. And if you're having a hard time unblocking yourself, that's when you go and get help, right? Seriously. That's how you go get help. That's when you go get help. And it's not like I don't do that. I do that. I have some great friends that are amazing practitioners. Julie is one of them that was blessed in my life last year, the year before, I don't even know, who's an NLP practitioner, and she's a budding psychic. I mean, she's just an amazing, sweethearted individual, and we bounce things off of each other. I love that. But we each have a different need at a different time. Sometimes I just go for a walk. Sometimes I just take a nap. Sometimes, I'll go watch a movie and the message is delivered right in the movie. And I'm like, oh, right. Or it's delivered right into my email or it flies across my window. So it's just a matter of sit still, be still. What's the Bible say? What does every spiritual text say? What does Lao Tzu repeatedly say in the teachings of the Tao? Be still and know I am God. Be still and know that those answers are coming. That energy is coming, right? What you think you need may be exactly the opposite of what you actually need, right? And what you think you need and what you're focusing on may be the very thing that's blocking you from connecting to your answers in a bigger way, in a better way, in a more profound way than you could ever have imagined with your small little ego mind. And that's the miracle of being connected to spirit all the time, is like, I am completely blown away in every step. And I want you guys to experience that in every part of your lives, in every moment. So go work on that for yourselves and get the hell out of the way if you really want to see these things shift, whether it is time management, or it is your money, or it is your relationships, or your gifts. You know, you're feeling stuck and blocked in your gifts. That's the thing that cuts off psychic gifts and intuition and even recognizing symbols, is that our egos think it knows better. It doesn't. It never can. It never will. Right? Yeah. All right. So have a wonderful day. For those of you in Charm Life, I will see you guys tomorrow night. For those of you in Patreon, we're going to do our weekly forecast tonight. So I will see you at 6 p.m. Pacific time in our Patreon group. Have a good one, you guys. I love you.